Well, we found the crack. Oh, these are my gutters. Cracks. I was kidding about this, man. Hey, everybody. It looks pretty simple. Day 2 or 3. Continue making sure that's got a good seal to it. This is my garbage disposal. It is jammed or something else is going on. It actually stalled and drew enough amps to flip the breaker that's built in, and I'm pretty sure that if it had kept going, it would have flipped the breaker on my house. These things can draw a lot of power. Well, not the breaker on the house, but like the breaker on that room. So we tried the normal thing. We cleaned it out just from the top, flushed it out, couldn't get it moving. Saw the motor move just a little bit on the inside here. I'm thinking there's probably something really jammed in here. So whenever you need to remove one of these brands, one of these types, which is a Badger InSinkErator 100, it's a third horsepower, so that's not actually that weak. All you've got to do is unscrew this, slide it up, and then this whole part will just untwist from the sink and pop down so you can service it, which I greatly appreciate. So we're going to service it. First step is to remove this rubber gasket. Supposed to be easy. There we go. Ah, that's nasty. We're gonna clean that out, and oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna take that to the shop sink and flush all of that out. But I'm pretty sure what's going on is that's just so gunked up that the third horsepower motor just can't compensate. We're going to do that, and then we're gonna plug it in and see how things are working out, because also these types of sink garbage disposals don't have like blades or anything, but they do have these hopefully, I wonder if you guys can see that. There you go. It's not really a blade, but if that metal gets moving, it can rip and tear enough to force things to small enough chunks to go down. So I'm gonna go take this to the shop sink and rinse this sucker out, and I'll show you in just a second. And yes, I am using a bunch of stationery as a easy to clean workspace. I am in a rush because I got to get this done and to bed in an hour, or I'm going to be screwing myself over for the extra shift I'm going to have to work this week on top of my normal 6 days a week. So let's do this. All right, we got that cleaned out enough that this inner part is actually turning. All right, that is still not greatest. I'm going to give it a little bit more of a clean, but the important thing is that center moves. It wasn't moving earlier. So let's go ahead and plug her in and see if we've got the type of movement we want on the regular. There we go. Fixed. Alright, so the important thing is it's easy to take off to where you can clean it out. To do that, it shouldn't allow it to get to that bad in the first place. There's some things you can buy to help her clean out. I'm just going to hit it with a scrub brush before reinstalling it, but we got her working. Doing this ourselves is going to save us a couple $100 for a house call for some plumbers. It's kind of nasty, but as you can see, it is working like a charm. Now we're going to hit that with the scrub brush and then clean up our workstation and then go to bed. Alright, so I don't know if I quite explained that as well as I should have, but during the process of cleaning it, I'm not sure how I did it. Maybe it needed to be submerged in water while it's working. I don't know. All I know is that while I was cleaning it, I somehow managed to damage the motor to where it stalled again, and because I was running it in my shop sink and hitting it with hot, foamy, soapy water, unplugging it, scrubbing it, hitting with, back and forth. And somehow while it was running, it stalled again. I couldn't get it to start running again, and it started to smell like I was getting ready to catch a electrical fire. So it turns out it was trying to flip the breaker switch, and I was holding it in such a way where I was holding the breaker switch in the open position, and just another reason to say let's not do projects with a lot of power or electricity or things that can easily break when you're tired. And now I'm going to go to the hardware store and buy a new one and install that. So wish me luck that they're in stock. Alright, we got a new one, a little bit more powerful because they're out of the exact same one. Pop it open, put the new cord in it, any other fittings, and then install this sucker. Alright. This should actually just pop right into the one that's already still attached, because I'm just replacing it with a similar brand that's got that same quick, easy fit. Alright. That shouldn't take too long. It's already got the quick connect attached. Alright. Oh, gotta love iFixit. They work on everything. Should be pop. There we go. That whole thing should pop off. And instead of buying a new one, I'm going to take the wires off here because they should still be fine. There we go. No, unless that's not important. Let's go. There we go. All right. There we go. Should be good enough for a good connection. Alright, let's go. Oh, we've got to disconnect the ground. That would have been problematic. Right, and that whole thing's supposed to pop out, I thought. All my best tools are currently not here, so quick trip outside to grab my bigger toolbox. I now have my shop towels for better cleanup. And the other tools for what I actually need to do, which is just grab there and twist. See how easy that is once you actually have the right tool. 90% sure that's all I need out of there, but we're gonna keep it in this bucket over here until we're absolutely sure. Alright, new one. Alright, we're going to wire this. Actually have a good splicer. I'm gonna grab it. We're gonna use my fun wire stripper, my neat little happy little wire cutter. So we make sure we've got good connections. So clip, clip, clip. Alright, and find your line right there. And it gets it for you every time. If you need a little bit more, just grab it a little bit further. Basically perfect every time. I've also been told a good thing to do is grab and twist with just about any pair of pliers if I can get my fingers to work. We're going to feed it through here. Actually, I believe, where did that go? I just realized that I can probably do this easier by feeding that through first, up here. And grab more slack as needed. It's a bit of a pain to get started, besides that, it's fine. And I'm not going to tighten it down all the way. I'm going to tighten it down just enough to make it easier later. Alright. Oh, I think we need a little bit more so we can get a good connection out of that ground. There we go. Go right around there. Make sure pop in place real good. There we go. Not my best work, but we are in a hurry because I don't know if you know this. I'm really effing tired and want to go to bed. So, does that give us enough? Yep. Grab that. There we go. Okay. Now we're going to do the same over here. Alright, that should be good. Jam all that. We're gonna grab that. There we go. Grab some of that slack up through there. Should be fine. Alright, that is good and tightened up. There it is, okay. Alright, that part's good. Let's put the plumbing on. It should be pretty straightforward. It should just be rubber seal, gasket, 2 screws. And I might have to cut it if need be, but it also does not look like I'm going to need any putty since all the parts that need the putty have already been pre-installed. Man, look at how pretty it looks on the inside. Alright, so let's get this. Alright. There we go. Rubber gasket. Let's see if it's the right way. Alright, there we go. Alright. So this flange goes over here. This goes recessed into here, and then that fits right there. Glad I didn't throw that away because that was still on the old disposal. It was actually part of the plumbing under the kitchen sink. Alright, there we go. There, that should be about the right placement. We're going to tighten her up, take her upstairs and install, and it literally, once this part's installed on your kitchen sink, literally just goes in right in place. So this part's already installed on my kitchen sink, so we're going to go ahead and just slam this on, plug her in, and we should be ready for me to go to sleep. This, I believe, is an input for a dishwasher. If you don't have one, or like mine, it's run through somewhere else, you can just grab one of these, throw it over it to make sure your under your sink doesn't get a whole bunch of backsplash. So we'll use my still good but not quite as good screwdriver. Water tightness, then slam this in place, run a test on it. I don't know how disorganized this video probably feels, but it was not planned. This week's video was supposed to be me fixing that 3D printer. There we go. Oh, that's gunky. I'm gonna go clean that off real quick and hopefully not destroy anything. Process. Alright, so slam that on. Shimmy that on in a way that's easy to get to from where it's going to be installed, so I can tighten and untighten that if I need to change how my dishwasher goes in there, because I might if it's an easy swap. We're going to find out. Pretty sure it goes like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's going to go like that. We'll screw it on in place. Just in case you guys can't say and didn't show you. Let's try to do this with the camera. Alright, that twists on. The whole thing will just pop away. Or if you want to go on, you just push in, twist on, and the whole thing's tight. And once you have this system installed, you can replace it with any other brand that uses the same interface, which is like, I think like 5 or 6 models, without any extra work there. Came over here, we slid this pipe into here and just tighten that down. And that is the dishwasher intake, and that is where the old owner put the dishwasher intake at. I might swap that, but with how tired I am, I don't think I want to risk the wrath of the plumbing gods by trying to do it while I'm completely exhausted. So let's show you guys that this actually works, and then I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, I guess. Today has been a nightmare.